I'm Rich Carroll. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you. A Palm Coast man takes his own life just moments before he was to be sentenced on child porn charges. Sheriff Rick Staley.
Our 911 center received a call from a man indicating that deputies would find his remains in his vehicle in the courthouse parking lot.
Police arrived on the scene to find 46-year-old Mario Arter had made good on his claims in the 911 call and had shot himself in the head in the courthouse parking lot. Staley says suicide is never the answer.
Anytime someone takes their own life, it's tragic and leaves in their wake other innocent victims. If you need help, no matter how dark it may be in your life at the moment, you should reach out for help at Flagler Lifeline or the National Suicide Prevention Hotline.
An agreement will temporarily lend a member of the Palm Coast Fire Department to Flagler County. John Arking reports.
At a special meeting with the Palm Coast City Council Tuesday, an interlocal agreement was approved that will assign Deputy Palm Coast Fire Chief Brad Clark as the interim fire chief for Flagler County. With Palm Coast Fire Chief Jerry Forte already serving as the interim assistant city manager, the Palm Coast Fire Department will be led on an interim basis by Battalion Chief Kyle Berryhill. Chief Forte made clear this was a limited assignment that will help build strong relationships that can be called on later.
And I equate this if you've got a neighbor that's coming over and wants to borrow a cup of sugar. You don't ask them why you want to have a cup of sugar and you don't charge them $10. At one point, you're going to need a cup of sugar from your neighbor. And in the same token, we're building relationships with the county. And I will tell you at one point, we will probably call on them for some assistance as well. So I think it's a good opportunity for us to help them out, and then in the future they will be able to help us out as well.
Following the transition in administration, Deputy Chief Clark will return to his position in Palm Coast no later than July 9th. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm John Arking.
First up for Flagler Beach's new city manager is tackling infrastructure. Amy Cherry has more.
William Whitson says it's an area that desperately needs investment.
The community has not invested in critical infrastructure here since I was in high school. It's been a long time, and the bones of the community are about to break. We have to have new wastewater treatment facilities. We have to have investments in our water facilities. Those are things that were done 40 and 50 years ago, and they're not going to last forever.
Hear our full interview with Whitson on the Free for All Friday podcast, available on the Flagler Radio app. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
A Flagler Beach detective is named a top cop. Karen Johnson has the details.
The Florida Police Chiefs Association established the Police Officer of the Year award in 1998 to recognize police officers who've demonstrated exceptional achievement and shown a genuine commitment to their profession, their agency, and the public they serve. The city of Flagler Beach is proud to announce Flagler Beach Detective Rosanna Vinci is this year's recipient of the award for small law enforcement agencies. According to Flagler Beach Police Chief Matt Downey, there is quite a bit of prestige to this recognition.
It's recognized by the chiefs of police throughout the entire state, so it's the state organization for the chiefs of police. So to be recognized by the selection committee, the awards committee made up of chiefs from around the state, just shows that what we're doing in Flagler Beach is being recognized by chiefs of police throughout our state that bestowed this honor upon her.
Detective Vinci is a 7-year veteran of the Flagler Beach Police Department and says in a statement she's proud of her community and honored to be protecting it. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
What happens to a high school kid who has very little?
If they're put in the right situation, Flagler County Education Foundation Executive Director Joe Rizzo says they will likely go to college. How so, you ask? With a mentor and by qualifying for the Take Stock in Children program. The main qualifiers that students be on the free and reduced lunch program at school. Rizzo says students, though, are not left to their own devices.
We have been able to prove that if we can put a significant adult in that kid's life for 4 years, the chance of success is just that much greater. So that is definitely the key to the Take Stock in Children program.
Rizzo said on the Flagler Voice recently that if you want to put your time and talent to something meaningful, be a mentor to a Take Stock in Children child. You can listen to the Flagler Voice here on WNZF on Saturday mornings at 8:30 or find the podcast on the Flagler Radio app. Tomorrow, what about the kids who don't qualify for the Take Stock in Children program? From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.